What's up, everybody? It's me, DisBearity here, and I'm here to give you guys a list during this holiday season, whether it's Christmas or New Year's, of what Warhammer 40k or fantasy games to pick up during the Steam sale. Now, one thing that I should definitely point out is when it comes to the Warhammer games, especially when it comes to Warhammer 40k series, the games are either hit or miss. You either can enjoy them or they can just be just as bad. So the choice is up to you whether you want to follow this list or not. I'm just here to give you my opinions on what you should be picking up and playing right now. So the first game in this list is Warhammer 40k Battlesector, a game I actually recently just finished myself. If you are new to the Warhammer 40k universe, this is a great game for you to pick up and learn. Now, this game follows the chapter of the Blood Angels. Now, with the Blood Angels here, it follows a grand cast of characters that you literally will just fall in love with. The story of this game takes place on the Blood Angels home world, which is called Ball, where you are basically defending it against the invasion of the Tyranids. Throughout the game, you get an amazing assortment of units that you can select from in order to push your army forward into victory. Each mission is, in my opinion, very unique in and about itself. Now, in my experience, the campaign, again, is an amazing campaign. Now, this game does have a multiplayer function, which I have not tried out myself just yet. There is a new game mode, which is called Planetary Supremacy, in which you'll be able to select your army between the Blood Angels or the Nids and conquer the planet of Ball the way how you see fit. But that is currently only in preview, so there's much to change whenever that game mode does release. Now, once again, like I said, during the Steam winter sale, this is a definite pickup, especially if you're trying to get into the Warhammer 40k universe and learn about the Blood Angels chapter. With the current Steam sale going on, pick up this game for just about 25 USD. So definitely go ahead and enjoy it. Now, enough about Warhammer 40k Battlesector. Let's go ahead and move over to the next Warhammer game that I am going to be putting on this list. Okay, so this next one, you already knew that this was going to be put on this list. What series am I talking about? I'm talking about Total War Warhammer. Now, this game here is one of my favorite games of all time, even though at the start of the year, it did have a rough patch. During this winter sale, for about $45, you can pick this amazing game up, in which, when you do pick it up, you'll get the campaign that is called Realm of Chaos. Now, if you want the full experience, I would also suggest that you pick up Total War Warhammer 1 and also Total War Warhammer 2, which is for $25. So for a total of about $80, you can play the grand scale campaign, which is called Immortal Empires, which is technically in beta, but it's a work in progress. In terms of the Total War series, this is probably the best in terms of gameplay and also style. And if you're a person who loves Warhammer Fantasy, such as I mean, this is a no-brainer pickup, and I feel like that you should definitely go ahead and try it and enjoy it, y'all. Once again, if you're going to be picking up the Total War Warhammer series, I will say do so now while the price is around $80. So that means you'll be picking up Warhammer 3, 2, and 1. So the next game on this list has been enjoying a bit of controversy as of late, which just has to be Warhammer 40k Darktide. Now, don't get me wrong, Darktide is a fun game, and I love to play it with me and my friends as a pretty good amount of classes, whether you want to be a Psyker, Augurin, Veteran, or Zealot. In a FPS or Horde style game, this is probably the best that you're going to get, especially within the 40k universe, and I really love the atmosphere that this game does give off. So the controversy I was speaking of earlier is that the game released in a really weird state when it comes to performance, but also at the same time, they put out a monetization store way before they put in crafting within the game. Now, if you can get past the whole monetization aspect of the game is fun if you have a group of friends to play with, and it's very enjoyable, especially when getting into the late game. And I feel like that everybody should at least give it a chance and just have fun with it. Now, if you can wait till they later, clean up the game a bit more and patch it up, then that's even better. But knowing Fast Shark, it's going to take them a bit in order to get their crap in order. Even though it's technically not on sale, you can pick it up for a good price of $40. Most games these days are coming out between 60 and $70, so $40 is not too bad to spend on Darktide. So I will say definitely pick it up during this winter sale. Okay, so hear me out on this next Warhammer game y'all should pick up. Now, if you guys are players of Civilization series, then this is definitely a game that's going to be for you. This game is called Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics of War. Now, this game, like I said, is a Civilization-esque Warhammer game, which makes for a great combination. Now, Gladius is one of those games where I guess you could say each faction within the game does have their own style. The factions might not be as abundant as you'll see in Civilization, but because it's Warhammer, the factions that are in the game are the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Imperial Guard, Chaos Space Marines, Craft Ordolari, Necrons, Orcs, Space Marines, the Tau, and the Tyranids. So that's a pretty good, well-selected class of races there. Oh, and I almost forgot, one of the most newest DLCs to the game is the Sisters of Battle. Now, you can pick up Gladius, the base game at least, for really cheap, which comes with a couple factions, such as the Space Marines, the Imperial Guard, Necrons, Orcs. Any other faction is technically DLC, which definitely can come on the steep side of things, so you need to watch out and make sure you get the DLC on sale. Now, the main game does not have a main story mode for its campaign, but for each faction, there is a quest line that you can follow in order to get you enticed into the game's world and also lore. So with all that said, you can pick up the main game for a little bit under $5 or 5 USD, but if you don't pick up the main game and also DLC, the game's going to cost you upwards of $83 for the entire package. So make sure you use the Steam sale wisely and keep that in mind and get the DLC that you want to use. Now, another game which actually really surprised me about earlier this year, which turned out to be a great game with very XCOM style-ish gameplay, is called Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Daemon Hunters. Now, I really enjoyed this game. This game is a fun game to play, and it can take you for a wild ride. You follow the story of the Grey Knights who go ahead and battle against the forces of Nurgle on different planets. Now, as much as I enjoyed this game, I will have to say this though. This game could somewhat be a little bit unbalanced, but it does give you a challenge into how to take care of enemies within the game. One aspect I really did enjoy was creating your own Space Marine or Grey Knight, which is honestly the most epic fantasy that you could possibly ever wanted. Chaos Gate has recently come out with its first major DLC, which is called Duty Eternal, which gives you access to the Tech Marine and also to the Dreadnought. Now, this DLC has gotten some negative reviews because at first it was advertised that you were able to use these two new units or characters throughout your entire campaign from start to finish. But it was only until the DLC came out that people found out that you're only able to use this DLC throughout certain missions, which gave a lot of bad tastes in people's mouths. So hopefully in the future, they will make these changes and not keep them locked behind certain missions. So during the Steam sale, you can pick up the game for just about $27. Not a bad price for the game. And I mean, honestly, this is a AA Warhammer game and also a pretty cool XCOM-ish experience that I think that everyone should at least go out and check out whenever you get a chance. Now, if you made it this far into the video, if you haven't already, definitely consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed this video thus far. Now, let's go ahead and head on into the honorable mentions. Okay, so the final game I'm going to be talking about here, which is getting a sequel after 11 years, is Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Now, this game definitely take you on an adventure playing as Titus. This dude's a brute, my guys. He's an amazing, at least to me, as a 40k fan. If you really wanted to get into a action-packed Warhammer 40k game, this is the one right here. They've done this so well that it just feels really cool. You feel powerful while playing the game. Now, this was a AAA game created by Relics, published by Sega, by the way, and they did this game justice. Now, remember, like I said, there's been some good Warhammer games, there's been some bad 40k games, man, but this one was not it. Game was just fun and jam-packed, and you'll have a fun time while playing this amazing game here. And like I said, the sequel is coming out next year in 2023, and you'll be facing off now Tyranids The first game was all about the orcs, now it's the Tyranids, and it's just like, holy hell. Just seeing the trailer of this game looks freaking amazing. But that's enough about the sequel. Definitely go out and buy Warhammer 40k Space Marine and have a blast with it. You can catch it on the Steam sale right now for about $15 and have fun with it, y'all. If you guys are new to the Warhammer 40k universe, this is the one right here. So with all this said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Also make sure to hit that notification bell down below to be notified on when the next video is coming out. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for your support and all that you guys do. Peace out. Much love, everybody. Have a good one, y'all. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.